People think betrayal starts in a bedroom. It doesn't. It starts the moment someone chooses comfort over honesty, attention over loyalty, and silence over truth. For 9 years, Daniel believed he had the perfect wife. What he really had was a stranger living next to him. Daniel and Laura were the kind of couple people admired. 9 years together. 7 years married. No public fights. No scandals. No drama. Their social media was full of smiles, trips, and warm family photos. Sunday dinners. Holiday gatherings. Laughing in front of friends. Daniel worked as an engineer. Stable. Responsible. Predictable. Laura worked as an administrator at a private medical clinic. Always elegant. Always kind. Always smiling. She often told people, "Daniel is my safe place." And he believed her. He worked overtime so they could afford better apartments. He took loans to bring her to the ocean because she loved the sea. He postponed his own dreams because he believed real men build comfort first. Without noticing it, Daniel stopped living. He started maintaining. The changes didn't come suddenly. They came quietly. Laura began staying late at work. Her phone was always in her hand. The screen always facing down. She changed her clothes, her perfume, her gym routine. At night she was distant. During the day she was irritated. But overall, she seemed strangely happier. When Daniel asked, she smiled. "I'm just tired." "You're overthinking." "I want to grow." And he accepted every explanation. Because love doesn't look for truth. It looks for peace. He justified everything. Late nights were work. Smiling at her phone was friends. Coldness was stress. He wasn't protecting the marriage. He was protecting the illusion. One evening, Daniel left work early. A power outage shut the office down. He decided to surprise Laura and stopped at the mall to buy her favorite desserts. That's when he saw her. At the far end of the food court. She was sitting across from a man in his 40s. Laughing. Touching his hand. Leaning toward him. Laughing in a way she hadn't laughed at home in a long time. Daniel didn't walk up to them. Because some part of him still wanted another explanation. Then he saw the kiss. Not fast. Not awkward. Confident. Familiar. Calm. The kind of kiss people share when they are not afraid. He turned around and walked out. Because betrayal doesn't break your heart first. It breaks your sense of who you are. He sat in his car and cried. Not because she kissed someone else. But because in that moment, his entire life felt fake. That evening, he didn't scream. He didn't accuse. He didn't throw anything. He simply said, "I saw you today." Laura froze. And for the first time in years, he truly looked at her. Not as his wife, but as a person who had been living a double life. She didn't deny it. "I didn't plan for you to find out like that." "How long?" he asked. "Almost a year." A year. A year of lies. A year of shared beds and separate lives. A year of kisses after working late. "Why?" Daniel asked. Her answer hurt more than the betrayal. "You're good," she said. "But you're safe. And with him, I feel alive." Laura didn't cry. She explained. "You stopped exciting me. Our life became stable but empty. I didn't feel like a woman. I didn't want to leave. I just wanted to feel something again." She didn't say she was wrong. She said she was unhappy. And that is the most dangerous justification of all. Because it turns betrayal into self-care. And loyalty into a cage. "I didn't want to destroy our marriage," she said. "It just happened." Daniel looked at her and answered quietly, "No. Rain just happens." This was a choice. Every day. The man's name was Mark. He was a regular client at the clinic. Divorced. Confident. Financially comfortable. A man without obligations. He didn't build a life with Laura. He gave her an escape from one. Attention without responsibility. Affection without effort. Passion without consequences. That doesn't feel like love. It feels like oxygen. Daniel didn't beg her to stay. He didn't suggest therapy. He didn't negotiate. He said, "Pack your things." Laura was shocked. Because cheaters often expect pain. But also forgiveness. He didn't give her chaos. He gave her clarity. Because he finally understood something. Love without dignity is slow self-destruction. She moved in with Mark. Daniel stayed in an apartment full of silence and memories. The first months were hell. He woke up reaching for his phone. Then remembered no one was waiting. He bought 2 movie tickets and returned one. He kept thinking when there was only I. The worst part wasn't that she cheated. It was the questions. When did I stop being enough? How did I miss this? Where did I disappear? Eventually the pain changed. It didn't vanish. But it sharpened. He started therapy. And one sentence stayed with him. "You built a marriage where you slowly erased yourself." Daniel wasn't bad. But he was convenient. He wasn't cold. But he was predictable. He didn't really lose Laura the day she cheated. He lost himself long before she did. Her betrayal was her responsibility. But his emptiness was his warning. A year later, he ran into Laura by accident. She looked beautiful. and tired. She and Mark were no longer together. Because relationships built on escape collapse when reality shows up. I learned a lot, she said. So did I, Daniel replied. And he walked away. No anger. No jealousy. No desire to go back. Because betrayal can take a person from your life. But sometimes, it gives you yourself back. Cheating rarely starts in bed. It starts when someone chooses silence instead of honesty. Comfort instead of courage. Attention instead of commitment. This story isn't about hate. It's about what happens when you stay in a life where you no longer exist.